Okay, so I've been doing the Tao of Trauma training, which is a merging of somatic experiencing, which is a somatic psychotherapy approach, along with Chinese medicine theory, five element theory specifically. And I've been really wanting to share about this experience I had because it has been one of the most powerful and transformative experiences I've ever had, and I had no idea that it was going to happen. So back in January, I did the winter module, which is the water module. So in Chinese medicine, winter is associated with the water energetics. And I chose to sign up as the demo for one of the exercises. And I did this specifically because of my history with low cortisol and adrenal issues. And thinking, okay, this is all like water energetics, kidney energetics within the Chinese medicine realm. So my body might be really incredibly receptive to this work because of my history of deficiency. And also, real quick, I want to do a big shout out to Elaine Duncan, who wrote the Tao of Trauma, who is my teacher in this program. And I truly believe that anyone who is interested in somatic psychotherapy approaches, somatic experiencing specifically, and or a licensed acupuncturist should do this training with her. She is unparalleled and just an absolute force to be reckoned with. Just she is a powerful woman. Okay, so I signed up to be the demo, and I'm on the table, and I'm feeling like little activations, little like spritzes here and there of energy. And then I start to feel like this nagging 3-year old who's like throwing a tantrum on the right side of my face, specifically in like my jaw and my eyelid. And it was just like incessant twitching and going and going. And then it just got to the point where I couldn't not pay attention to it, and I was so deeply focused on it, and Elaine was holding me through the process, and we were both being with it. Then there was just this really massive sudden moment where I felt such a massive rush of fear through my entire body. My entire being was like deeply afraid. And I felt the urge to like hold on to that fear and allow it to be larger than the processing experience. And I really only felt that because I was surrounded by my peers and classmates, and there was of course a part of me like, oh no, everyone's watching me, like I can't like go through this moment. But the healer in me was like, nope, you have to move through this. You have to let this express itself and move through it. So in that moment that I said, okay, I'm ready, the fear grew even more. Like I had so much fear within me. I was so afraid. And as this twitching in the right side of my face started to just like go off the wall, I then started to feel so many tears coming up, and I started crying. I started hyperventilating. It was like this full, I honestly felt so much fear. I thought I was being like possessed. It was so terrifying. And the biggest aspect that was terrifying about it was that I did not have control, like that there was something else that was taking over my body. And that was really, really scary and overwhelming for me. And really surprising. Honestly, I did not expect that at all. And I'm just so, so deeply grateful to have had this experience with Elaine because of her incredible attunement towards me and her skill set. She just kept me so deeply tethered and grounded through the process. So I'm like crying and hyperventilating and like freaking out, flooded with like terror. And through that entire process, she is so stable and grounded and continuously reiterating to me, I'm right here. I'm right here. I'm right here. And so she gave me this really deep, profound affirmation of feeling seen and held and supported and not alone in the process of feeling fear. And after I was able to like really ground and slow down my breath, return to the table, return to my body and the experience in a way that was grounded, I could feel a younger version of myself, a young child version of myself. And I was also seeing and experiencing the microcosmic orbit, which is a energy that cycles through the front of your body and the back of your body, and it just kind of orbits that way. And my younger version of self was like jumping through the orbit, like playing with it. And there was so much lightness and joy and beauty, and it was a phenomenal experience, absolutely incredible. And I highly recommend anyone that's gone through anything that was overwhelming, challenging, or just far too much for you to handle to do somatic experiencing, and specifically the Tao of Trauma work. That is really just such a new lens through which to experience and process somatic work.